We need more active men. Men are being too passive right now. Too passive, too much in allowance of what is happening. Particularly when what is happening is not all right. To be truly masculine is to take action steps towards the direction of what you feel is right. Of what your intuition, what your inner knowing says is right. A true man is not passive. A true man doesn't just allow someone to step on boundaries, to step on his toes. That irritation that you feel within you when somebody's coming close to a boundary, when somebody's trying to push you in a particular direction, that irritation is a mechanism letting you know that your masculinity is being put to the test. That is not to say, wow, what a beautiful rainbow. It's very masculine to love rainbows. That is not to say that you get angry and you project at someone who's stepping on your toes, but you let people know where they are. That is what love does. Love lovingly lets the environment, lets the people know what is happening and what is okay and what is not okay. Having boundaries does not mean that you need to interject anger or projection or anything that causes harm. You can speak your truth from a loving perspective and it causes no harm. Even if somebody is triggered or offended or anything they perceive as negative, if you're speaking from your masculine, from a loving place of guidance and protection, you're all good. But to get back to the point, we need more action. Action is a quality of the masculine. Passiveness is a quality of the feminine. You notice when this whole pandemic went on, how many men went into their feminine, went into their passiveness? That's how you can screw up a whole nation. That's how you can mess up a world, is by getting the men to be in feminine qualities most of the time. Oh, you're asking me to do this? Yes. And it's okay. If I'm entering somebody's house and they ask me to take off my shoes, I do it. You know? Because that is love. But if somebody asks me to do something that I know doesn't make sense and I know is actually to my detriment and to the detriment of those around me, I can't do it. Imagine if all the men acted like men during the pandemic. It wouldn't have lasted a month. You notice at the beginning, they said this is going to last about a month. They said that because they put to the test, are men going to be men? Or are we going to be able to feminize the men? Are we going to make the men passive and lie on their back and bow to us? And because the men chose to be feminine, to be passive, to lie on their back and be the receiver rather than the giver of truth, that is why 1 month turned to 2 months, turned to 2 years. That is what happens when the man enters his feminine. The world gets flipped upside down when the protector acts like they need to be protected. We are the protectors. Why are we built with this stature? Why are we built stronger? Why are we built with more oomph in our voice? Why are we built with deeper voices? Why are we built bigger? Why are we built taller? Because we are the action. We are the creators. We make things happen. Things don't just happen. We make them happen. And if we don't make them happen, somebody else is making them happen. And if we're passively allowing somebody else to make something happen, we're not being men. We're being passive. Passiveness has been too rampant amongst men. Too much so. That's how you turn 1 month into 2 years. By lying on your back. No more lying on our back. We need action steps. Now let's gear this same conversation towards our aspirations, our goals, what we desire, what we need to have in this life for our fulfillment. Because you know inside of you what you need. your teacher, she's not sure. Even your parents don't know. They'll tell you things, but they don't know what's inside of your chest. What's inside of your chest is what you need to do. Your fulfillment is a code book written inside of you. And I can't just cut you open and read your code book. You feel the code book in your chest. You feel the code book when somebody's saying something against it and you're like, that's not my code book. You know? Nobody can tell you who you are. You know who you are. You know your perspective. You know what you need to do, and you need to do it. A man needs to do what he knows he needs to do. And a man can't be passively waiting and asking for others. Now, I ask every day. I speak to my guidances every day. I speak to the trees, the wind, every day. And I still ask for their guidance. But they're guiding you regardless. You know? But even when I feel the environment is telling me to do something, if my heart feels different, actually I do what my heart says. That's one of the ways to purify. If something inside of you is telling you to do something that everything else is saying not to do, but you just feel, nah, I gotta do this, do it. Sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes there's consequences. But we don't stop action for the fear of consequences. That's how you get nowhere in life. You go for it from a loving perspective. Make sure your inners feel pretty centered. You feel like it's an action of love. You feel like it's something you need to do. You take that action step. And then you see what happens. Okay, something negative happened here, and get nitty gritty with it. Something positive happened here, something negative happened here. What's that about? Feel about it. Ask about it. Ask yourself. Talk to yourself. Be in tune. The more you ask, the more you look, the more you seek, the more you know. More comes to you. The environment feels, Andre wants to know more right now, so I'm going to give him the opportunity to know more. The same way going to the gym and working my muscles makes my muscles physically stronger is the same way that me asking questions, me digging, me searching, it makes my muscle of finding stronger. Gosh, damn, look at this freaking rainbow, y'all. Look at that. That's codes from God. Damn, yo, this shit's beautiful. Love Hawaii. So do what's in your heart. Do what you feel you need to do, because that is what you need to do. If every man on earth decided that they wanted to be as masculine as they could be, they wanted to hear the call and listen to the call and make the action steps towards what they feel in their heart, this world would be running like a greased machine, perfectly in alignment. And it would help the feminine too, because the feminine would fall right into their feminine. Because when a man is in his masculine, it automatically puts the woman in her feminine. We're talking about clearing everything here. The way God's system works is you put one thing into alignment and it puts everything into alignment. When we get man to act masculine, it automatically makes a woman vulnerable. It automatically makes a woman feminine. It automatically makes her passive, because she's the creative force. She's the intuitive force. But every team has one quarterback. You can't have two people throwing the ball. You need one person who calls the calls. That's the masculine. But you got all of the players who are making it happen, doing the creative, doing the dance. That's the feminine. So automatically we help the feminine be in her feminine by us being masculine. So when we be in our masculine, we're immediately harmonizing the earth. We're immediately harmonizing our feminine counterparts, making them feel more comfortable being in their feminine, because we're creating a space where they can be safe in their feminine, because a true masculine is safe. He feels good. You don't even have to be a partner with this masculine. When a woman is around a masculine man, she feels good because she's taken care of. The whole environment, you let off a vibration in being in your masculine. The true masculine is sending out rays as he's being in his masculine. That makes everything feel good. It makes animals feel good. It makes other men feel good. Because we need to be in our masculine. It feels good on our insides. So being in your masculine, you're going to attract your feminine, your female counterpart, so long as you're a straight male. Being in your masculine, you're going to help clear the environment of any toxins within it, because you're a purifier. You are a safe haven. Balance corrects things in imbalance. It's just how it works. The more harmonized you are, the more harmony you bring to all around you. So, we need our men to be active. Consciously active. Not compulsively active. Acting from a heart space. Acting from a space of love. From clarity. A place of masculinity. Because the masculine is clear. He is concise. He knows what he wants. He goes for what he wants in a loving way, in a conscious way. He is not compulsively doing it. He is not completely strung and pulled this way and that way. He is sturdy. So he feels his emotions. He recognizes them. But he is not completely controlled by them. He uses them as a means of communication. He uses the emotional body as a means of understanding, knowing more, and seeing where he is at within himself. Because when we're triggered, that's an opportunity to know more about yourself. So we're not saying discard the emotions, though the emotional realm is more feminine. It still needs to be integrated. We integrate all things, being the masculine. We are complex beings. It's simple, but it's complex. Yeah. And when we step into our masculine, when we step into the action steps, we keep going even when we're afraid. We feel the fear, but we know it's what we need to do, and we do it anyways. The universe starts sprinkling you with gifts because it loves it. The universe loves a man being in his masculine because the universe loves balance. The universe is like, you're in balance? Thank you, brother. You're helping me be in balance. When you're in balance, when you are in harmony, you assist me. You assist your brothers, you assist your sisters. You assist everything around you. You are a harmonizer. That's what we are as the masculine. Harmonizers. As part of action steps, is we see what needs correcting, we see what needs action, and we take it. We take it because the world needs it, and that's why we're here. We're here to clean up some of the mess and try not to make it an even messier place. We're here to come into the house and leave it cleaner than we left it. Anywhere we go, we leave it better than it was when we left. So let's take some action steps, men. If there's anything that came into your heart as to, man, I needed to do something, and this let me know. I need to do that action. You need to do it. It's pumping through your veins. It's going through your chest right now that you need to do it. Let me know if any of this resonated with you. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or let me know about some action steps you're going to take. We help make this place more balanced when the men are in their masculine and are not so passive, and we integrate our feminine, but we don't live in it. Andre the Alchemist, love you.